Dear students, today I am before you with the notes on the topic Waiting for Mahatma. This has been presented, incorporated in English Course Semester 6, Paper 2, 602 and Unit 2. In this video, I try to present you a comprehensive idea of the novel. Here is it. R.K. Narayan, along with Mulkraj Anand and Raja Rao, forms a formidable trio in the history of Indian English fiction writing. Mulkraj Anand, if one on the one hand brings out the plight of India under British rule, Narayan on the other treads ahead and presents a graphic picture of the Indian society, especially of South India. It is Narayan, in fact, to whom goes the credit to bring the Indian English fiction parallel to the mainstream English novel. The present novel, Waiting for Mahatma, which is one such among his great works that deals with Gandhi, his contribution to Indian freedom movement, and more than that of his philosophies. Waiting for Mahatma is his masterpiece, wherein he expresses the inherent effect of Gandhi on the then going freedom movement of India. Like Anand and Raja Rao, he was deeply interested in the progress of India's freedom movement. Under the leadership of Gandhi, how Satyagraha for freedom, protest of Cripps mission, Quit India movement, Charkha movement, Dandi March were carried out successfully. All have been graphically presented. Narayan very intelligently makes a link of Gandhi with Malgudi, which has been described by Narayan. There is a beautiful description of his visit to Malgudi town. Narayan has skillfully brought out the Gandhian spiritual ideals that demonstrated the entire era, that dominated the entire era that he could achieve through the philosophy of simple living and high thinking with a firm faith in God. Waiting for Mahatma is the artistic record of the heroic deeds of Gandhi as a political and a national activist. Here Narayan deserves to be given the credit for insisting on that aspect of Gandhi's philosophy which for obvious political reasons has often been underestimated and on which Gandhi insisted upon the need for a moral revolution among his fellow countrymen. Narayan has repeatedly stressed the 3 points which stand out in Gandhi's philosophy in a way that put in a class of his own among Indo-Anglian novelists. This allows him to add an extra dimension to the Mahatma's vision of India because it removes it from its political and temporal contexts. Life is a never-ending quest for truth, and this necessarily implies the discovery of one's own self. Man must question his place in society and cast off social artifacts. Only then will he be able to re-establish the positive and pristine link with the God. All these principles of Gandhi, which would transform the individual and the society, has very artistically and symbolically expressed in the story of the novel Waiting for Mahatma. Waiting for Mahatma is a novel which gives us the most perfect artistic mode through the portrait of the romantic characters of Sri Ram and Bharati. The portrait of Bharati's character in the novel is a realistic attempt to show the miraculous influence of Gandhian ideology that triumphs and converts a raw young zealot Sri Ram into a devoted nationalist. Then the author explicitly shows how after arrest of Gandhi and other leaders in the absence of proper guiding force, the people and his followers got confused. Narayan, in fact, reflects the story and the events of 5 strands of love, politics, and idealism through the art of pensive or thoughtful comedy. He also attempts to bring in light the views and thoughts of village people or peasants about the freedom movement during 1942. With the description of these great national events, Waiting for Mahatma turns to be an unique saga of Indian life during the early period of Indian independence and the few years preceding it. Waiting for Mahatma is a regional novel, yet with some moving picturesque features. Here Sri Ram and Bharati travel to Delhi and they are present in the prayer meeting of Gandhi. Waiting for Mahatma is full of the picture of Malgudi, its streets, its markets, its houses and its offices. The whole topography of the town is widely described in the novel. In fact, Malgudi is not a particular town or locality, but the concept of all the town and villages of India. Malgudi is in fact a cross section of Indian society. R.K. Narayan is not only interested in the localities or the places, but he is emotionally interested in the people of the region, their ways of life, their customs, their habits, and their social life. Really, he points out at the transitional phase of Indian society of the first half of the 20th century. He sees India from the inside. In fact, Malgudi presents a vision of India in miniature. Truly, in Waiting for Mahatma, Narayan has given us a true picture of all measurements initiated by Mahatma Gandhi. The novel is all about Indian freedom movement, contribution of Gandhi in it, and most remarkably, the initiatives that he has presented before the Indian through his philosophies and ideals. Undoubtedly, Waiting for Mahatma remains to be one of the fascinating and an authentic socio-political, spiritual picture of the contemporary India under British rule. So, this is for today. Hope it will help you immensely in your coming exams. Thank you.